Our Project Heat Telethon continues. We want to bring in Keith for a look at the weather. A lot of slushy conditions for folks this morning, and I'm guessing the temperature is going to be a big issue now for those spots that aren't cleared out.
Tonight, I was torn last night because I got home and it was raining. And I was like, well, that's not what I thought was going to happen. But then I also, I was able to reclaim my driveway. So it's kind of like one of those.
Yes, a lot of open space now, thankfully.
Yeah, my feelings were hurt, but otherwise we're good. And we did end up with some snow inland, 6-7 inches in a couple spots. No one that I could see got close to that foot that we had on the high end of our range. Not even the ski areas could make that up. they said 6, and then they said it turned to wet precipitation, because they will never say rain on a ski blog. Check it out sometime. It's like a fun little game to see them play with. Here's the last of the rain, the wet stuff moving out. It got a little freezing drizzle there too, but most of us are clearing out. In fact, looking out the window at our studio in Portland, beautiful right now. Big chunk of clear air from Portland up into the mountains, and with the sun, it feels pretty nice because temperatures are relatively mildish, for this time of the year. 42 Portland, 43 Sanford. That's where the sun is. And 46 in Bar Harbor, where they really didn't get much snow at all. 37 in Bangor, 36 in Waterville. So the rest of today's quiet, a couple of breaks of sunshine. As we head into tonight, it gets cold. So as Brian mentioned, if you've got a kind of a pool of water there, it's going to freeze tonight. So either salt or just get rid of it somehow if you can, because hard freeze tonight, single digits, teens. Tomorrow is a good looking day, a lot of sunshine, nothing spectacular temperature wise, ending up right around freezing for a high in most spots, and then teens and 20s in the mountains. Good day to go skiing though, I think. They'll be able to groom up some of that stuff they got on the back end. Saturday looks good, mixture of sun and clouds, tending a little bit more towards cloud cover, but temperatures in the mid-30s and even some upper 30s out there. We start with some sun on Sunday, and our next system comes in Sunday afternoon. This does not look like a huge deal. It is a bit of what I'd consider a hybrid clipper. A true clipper comes down from Canada right across. This will be farther south than that, so it has a little bit more juice to work with, but it's also not a huge storm. Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. I think we're looking at a couple of inches in most spots, and we'll make a map, but just for now, we'll use the model I trust the most. I went too far on that. Hold on, let me back up. The model I trust the most, the Euro, and let's just look at Sunday. We've got a couple inches, and then that's another storm that you don't have to worry about. So it's probably a 2 to 4, 3 to 6 inch deal, maybe across northern Maine. It might be too warm for snow along the coast. Speaking of which, where are we at? Well, yesterday the Jetport only reported 0.9 because they changed over pretty quick. Northwest of the city got a little bit more snow, but now everybody's kind of looking right, snow-wise, and that can happen in a hurry. Bangor and Caribou were at around 60 inches, so everybody's about average. I don't see anything frigid here. It does get chilly Tuesday, and we're watching Wednesday because the models were really hot on a storm there yesterday, and now they've dropped it, but I don't know if I buy that yet, so we'll keep an eye on it. Either way, at minimum here, Brian, we get a couple of day break in between storms. Yeah. And I could tell people were weary because so we had 36 along the coast, a couple of spots only got, an inch, 2 inches. Typically, if that happens and I open my Twitter feed, it is an absolute nightmare.
Yes.
And I think because people were kind of over it, that this blitz we've had, everyone's okay.
It's fine. No one's complaining.
Yeah, I read that room there. I was like, okay, people are over it for now. So we'll take a little break and regroup for next week.
See what happens there. All right, Keith, thanks so much.